to lean on their guards a little more, Shabazz and Jamari. Tough day for Jamari. I know you lined up against Khalil Moore, but what'd y'all do with him? It's one of the worst nights he's had. What'd y'all do with him, or what was the game plan with him?
I think the amount of ball screens he come off and us just switching up our coverages kind of probably took him out of his funk. But he's a real good player. Guys have off days. He's a real good player.
Other questions in the room for the student athletes? Go ahead and raise your hand.
Yeah, for Drew, were there more openings out there without Misalski playing, and what'd you guys do to kind of have some more success down low, and especially you and Chet, more efficient than the last game?
Yeah, he's definitely a great player defensively as well, and obviously they missed him a lot. He really changes the dynamic of their team. But, offensively we were just more crisp, moving the ball quicker, not getting stagnant. We were really moving. I think they really struggled with that, so I don't know how much that really would have affected the game, the way we're really attacking and moving the ball, just playing how we played. But he is a great player, and they obviously do need him.
For either player, just the way the game ended. I know you were in control for most of it. What'd you see in those last 4 or 5 minutes?
A few turnovers down the stretch. And then also we kind of got in a little trouble with fouling too much and letting them get some good three looks, and that's how they got back in the game. I think we got to be a little more crisp down the stretch for sure.
Andrew, just what was that first half like, passing it into your bigs and knowing that they were pretty much going to score every single time?
I mean, it felt normal, felt regular. These guys are high-level bigs, Drew, Tom, and Chet, so try to get to the ball to them in the right spots and just read the game, and they deliver most of the time.
Okay, do we have other questions in the room? Go ahead and raise your hand.
Hey, for Coach Few, this is your 25th straight WCC championship game that you're going to play in. Congratulations. And I had a question just overall about the league. I know you're in the journey right now, but with teams like San Francisco and Santa Clara emerging, we saw what Portland's done in 1 year, and BYU eventually leaving. What are your thoughts kind of on the future of this conference?
Well, I mean, obviously it looks really, really bright. I mean, I think the league did just a great job of scheduling in the non-league this year, probably better than we ever have. And then there's one thing scheduling, but then also getting it done and carving out some wins. So I think that all year, that's been the narrative, and I think a lot of times the narrative is what becomes the reality, so to get all the way to this point and still be talking about 4 teams, and again, we've played San Francisco 3 times, and we played everybody. We always play everybody, and I mean that's an NCAA tournament team, a team that can win games in the NCAA tournament, especially getting Misalski back, and they got size, and they got fabulous guard play.
A reminder to the media, if we could keep the questions for now to the student athletes, they'll be able to leave a little bit before Coach. Go ahead. Other questions for the student athletes? Okay, we'll move over to Zoom. Do we have another one? We do have the Zoom still for you guys. Questions on Zoom. If you have one for the student athletes, please raise your hand. We'll go ahead and go to Jeff Ferrato for the student athletes.
Drew, I wonder if you could comment on Holman's progress through the year and kind of where he's at right now in terms of his comfort level and productivity.
Yeah, man, he's just a one-of-a-kind player, and I think just the more he's been with us and been playing with us, you just see his confidence and just how natural things are coming to him. He's not thinking as much, he's just playing, and it's just a testament to how good of a player he is to be able to come into a team and be such a dynamic and key part of our team. It's quite amazing what he's able to do, and yeah, he's just an amazing one-of-a-kind player.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions for the student athletes from anybody? Okay, you guys are good to go.
Thank you.
And we'll start with questions in the room for Coach Few. Raise your hand, we'll bring the mic to you.
Coach, you've kind of been definitive about it already, but the numbers say San Francisco, obviously a tournament team.
Yep.
It sounds like you're making the case they shouldn't have anything to worry about come Sunday.
I mean, look, I'm not on the committee, but, you know, I haven't done this long enough and played so many NCAA tournament games. I mean, you know, you recognize a NCAA tournament caliber team, and they have good bigs, like I said, exceptional guards. You know, they can really shoot it. They play with a lot of freedom, which makes it really hard for them. It makes for a hard guard out there. You know, if you're Andrew or Rozier or Hunter or Nolan, they have so much freedom. So yeah, I definitely, there's no doubt in my mind. So, and again, like I said, I think we're to the point now with the selection that everybody understands. If you try to schedule and attempt to schedule difficult in the non-conference, you're going to be rewarded, and they've certainly done that.
Hey, Mark. Wondering that you see a lot of thin freshmen struggle their first year. Why is your thin freshman, Chet, not struggling?
I mean, he's had his bouts of struggling, you know. I mean, there's been games early. I think he's adapted extremely well this year. I mean, I still think, you know, the officials over the course of this year have allowed them to, you know, hold him and grab him, and if it turns into a wrestling match, then you know, that's hard for him to function. He's an incredibly gifted and skilled player. He's really, really tough, physically and mentally, even though maybe the stature doesn't, you know, show that as well, but he's legitimately a really, really tough kid. So, you know, hopefully as we progress into March, you know, the game will be called the way it's supposed to be called, with freedom of movement and all that. If it is, he can be a really, really effective player. But he has struggled at times, and he struggled, quite frankly, with that when the games are like rugby matches, and you can just wrap him up and he can't even move to set a screen and things like that. Then it becomes a little bit harder for him.
Mark, just in general, talking about piggybacking off the idea of the strength of the league, the depth of high-level teams, how has that helped your team prepare differently or evolve in a different, sharper way maybe over the course of this season?
Yeah, I think it has allowed us to, you know, like grab our guys' attention during prep over the course of this year, and not try to, these guys, you know, they're better than their record is and all that. I mean, they read this stuff, and we put the metrics up and all the things up every week, and so they can see for themselves and read for themselves how highly thought of they are. So I think just kind of that edge and awareness of, hey, we're playing, you know, these teams are in the top 20, you know, metric-wise. Our guys are able to focus a little bit better, and then it's been great for us to be able to play bigs like San Francisco has, play guards like San Francisco has, to play, you know, a tough, hard-nosed kind of lower possession game like St. Mary's brings, Santa Clara brings. Again, really, really dynamic scorers at least 4 spots out there, and sometimes 5, and run up and down with you. So different things, and I think in the end it'll help everybody.
Mark, just the job you all did on the 2 guards, especially the first half. I think that was a big reason why you get the 20-point lead. I know Khalil
I'm sure we did a great job on Khalil.
Well, that's what I was saying. He got going in the second half.
Yeah, and
especially
again,
Jamari.
when he gets going like that, I mean, come on, he can shoot anything, anytime, from anywhere, and kicks his leg out, and he's just so quick and so talented. And when once he sees one go in, I mean, it's always look out. But listen, Boyer's a phenomenal point guard. I mean, he'll give you nightmares the night before a game, because he manipulates any coverage you do with your ball screens. He can score at all 3 levels. He just had one of those nights tonight, you know. I think we did a good job. I think we've played him 3 times. The guys have a really good feel of what he's successful at. And then, again, it's you know, didn't talk about this with Pat, but, you know, having Chet back there defensively is just such a nice advantage to have, you know, it's such a luxury. You can really crowd guys and funnel them into Chet, and, you know, they always know he's there. So I think Chet probably altered some of those shots that, you know, Jamari usually makes around the rim.
Anybody else in the room? Go ahead.
Mark, I know the end of the game probably wasn't satisfactory in your eyes, but the beginning, you guys just came out on fire. I mean, you shot 65% in the first half. Just how pleased were you seeing, you know, your team come off of that layoff and be as crisp as they were?
No, it was great. It was great, again, to play with the pace we played with, and then actually we really defended extremely well, you know, into probably the first, at least through the first 2 media timeouts. So it was great. We were doing it on both ends. So we were happy with that, but knew, you know, it was 40 minutes that eventually, you know, these guys would probably make a run at us.
Anybody else in the room for Coach? Okay, we'll go over to Jeff Ferrato on Zoom. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, Mark, obviously you guys had complete control of the game, but as a coach, how do you evaluate those last 5 minutes? Is it just something that can happen in a game, or are there things that you saw that you didn't like?
We got a game in less than 24 hours, so you move on. You move on, and we'll spend time with it, you know, the appropriate time, and put the effort in and show them. I mean, we've obviously spent time on you know, full court pressure and things like that. It's hard to emulate, you know, when you have Shabazz running around there. He's extremely quick-handed and just such a great anticipator. So now's not the time for that. We got to move on and get ready. Quick turnaround.
Time for just a couple more on Zoom. Kellen King on Zoom. Kellen.
Coach, USF was missing Masalski today. Were there any adjustments you made coming into today, knowing that he was maybe going to be out?
You know what it did is it actually, in some cases, he's a really good player, and he played very good. I believe both games he played really good up at our place. He's physical. He guards Drew well, but it also then allows them to really spread you out more as they add shooters in at that 4 spot. So I think that's what really opened up the lane for Rich Wayne and Khalil and some of those guards. You know, so then our guards defending them were kind of on an island out there, trying to take away threes, but fully knowing these guys, you know, put it on the deck and go by you. You know, with him out there, then they're playing 2 bigs that can't shoot, so it makes it a little bit easier to be in gap help.
We'll go for one question with Asher Ali on Zoom. Go ahead.
Coach, how would you assess Anton Martin tonight? You know, he seemed just become a pretty clutch with some good offensive and defensive rebounds, made some good passes, and had some good plays in the post, especially when on night when like guys like Chet and Drew get in foul trouble.
Yep.
What did you see from him?
No, I thought, hey, that's a great call. It was good to get Anton back. He's played numerous games like that. I talked to him earlier today. We had a little chat just about getting back to, you know, when he gets in, changing the game and making plays and being assertive. I think over the course of the last 3 games, he hasn't been that and struggled. But prior to that, he's been such a lift and such a key just to our attack. And then he allows us, obviously, more versatility on the defensive end because we can do a lot more things with him out there.
Okay, does anybody have one final question for Coach? Okay, thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.